Hi everyone, this is audap, and we're going to take a look at the original Dragoon. This version is actually the PC version. Yes, they made a PC version. Since this is a Windows 98 era game, you actually have to purchase this on back when games actually came on discs. It does give the option to do a full install, so you can from your hard drive once you do an install, which is obviously very convenient. You can run the game normally, although you will have to tweak the Panzer DR things and force the game to run in 640 by 480. For that, you shouldn't have too hard of a problem getting it to run. I'm running it under Windows 10. Bought the physical disc, and I did a full install. If you want to change your options, those are actually located in these. So, F7 will change all of your graphic options. You probably want to leave them default in what they're set to. F6, you change your button assignments if you are using a controller. And then F5, the default is for keyboard control, but you can change it to a PC pad. F3 is your pause. And F2 is replay. Save and replay daily. Let's take a little trip down memory lane and see if this game holds up. I have a feeling it will, because this is one of the few classic games from that Sega era when they were making terrible 32-bit looking games. The Saturn, you know, personally I love the Saturn. I still have one actually, so I have a Japanese one, so let's check it out. Unit 01 activated. Unit 02 activated. Commence final program sequence. That's right. Look at those textures, folks. Oh, wait. This is just a movie. Not even real time. No, we couldn't even do this back in those days. A battleship. Is it one of ours? But why here? This game probably has one of the most memorable soundtracks from the 32-bit era. The Saturn was released at a little over $199.99 USD. So if you think your game consoles are expensive now, they've always been expensive. And technically they were more expensive since the value of was much higher. Of course, the most expensive console ever released was the radio, which was also in the same era, which went for a low price of $699. And actually might have even been $799. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure I want $1. No, I never bought one of those. Even when they finally reduced the cost of them. Oh, there was our target. Somebody else. Large, bigger. Stop, yeah. It's like a paying there. He's like, what the fuck? Now, remember at this time when it was released? Had not released the Nintendo 64 yet. And the PlayStation wouldn't come out for another couple months. So the only other games that we saw prior to this were Super Nintendo and Genesis. Actually quite a revolution. Don't let him back to the tower. My dragon knows the way. Please. Big ass gun. Dragon's like, yeah, okay. Come on, come on. I will also cover Crimson Dragon, which was the last game in this series. Or the latest game in this series, I should say. That debuted with the Xbox One. Or as I like to call it, the Xbox 900. Since every game seems to run at 900p. Even the ones that are exclusive to it, which boggles my mind. Episode 1. VR, next-gen graphics. But don't let the graphics fool you, because the game is... So, you have a reticle. Your character can shoot single shots, or you can hold the button down, and you can do lock-on shots to enemies. You can look to the left and right and the side to shoot enemies all around you. Which you'll need to do in order to get the highest score. Like in this case. You also have multiple viewpoints and and have the camera a little farther away or set to first-person mode all the time. I have it on hard, so I'm probably gonna get my ass kicked. But game on hard many years ago. Of course, that was Saturn, so I don't know. Probably won't see the end of this. Not tonight, at least. I'll make sure to play this again, though. Oddly enough, this game does run on modern Windows PCs. With just a little bit of effort. You'll just have to change the INAV file, and when the first movie starts, you'll have to pause and unpause it because it'll get stuck for some reason until you use the pause command. It runs perfectly well. I have an Xbox 360 controller hooked up to my PC, and runs with minimal effort. Depending on your PC setup, you may have to run it in Windows 98 compatibility, but I did not have to. Now I still have the original Saturn game too, along with the Saturn, but you know, the outputs on a Saturn, composite outputs, and they don't look too great. I'm still running a 644. It's much crisper native output. Yeah, but listen to that music. I mean, you know, if you were just listening, you know, Super Nintendo music, which was still really good, but nowhere near sophisticated. You know, maybe Chrono Trigger. Or any of the Final Fantasy games, but in general, you know, this kind of sound just, and this was not possible on competing systems. There's little satellites if you put it on hard. Oh, okay, that's right, that's right. Oh, man. You see little soldiers that are firing at us. I mean, that's what they're supposed to be. That's hard to tell, but that's what they are supposed to be. Now we can get rid of multiple pieces of the ship here. Or we can destroy the cannons and the missile bay there. You can sort of see the missiles. Saturn's 3D graphics chips were actually a bit of an afterthought on Sega's part when they made the Saturn. The most competitive system out there was the Super Nintendo. So unfortunately, the 3D sophisticated as it was on the PlayStation, which was built with 3D in mind. However, its 2D is quite stellar. So the 2D games that did appear on the Saturn were markedly better than the ones that were on PlayStation, original PlayStation. Well, with some exceptions, of course. Episode 1 complete. All right. Oh, no credits. That's right. I don't, you can't continue on this mode. Got 2 though. All right. Missed 4 enemies. Darn. Well, I know which ones they were. They're hard to get. Transmission from the patrol ship, sir. The target has been number 12. To all ships, prepare for battle. Inform ground troops to prepare a barricade. Yes, sir. We must capture that dragon at all costs. This is a made-up language, so they're not actually... Actually, I guess they are speaking something. But it's not a tongue that exists in anywhere besides this universe and game. This language was used for almost all of the Panzer games, except for the newest one, where that is full English. Ah, where is it coming from? All over. Switch your perspective multiple times in order to capture, or in order to shoot your enemies down. You have radar, which is in the at least help gauge where your threats are. There's our little friends from the cinema, or the opening cinema. These guys are a little easier to shoot, just using your regular single-shot pistol instead of using lock-on. But not these guys. These guys you want to lock on. Ah, darn it. Oh, Mom's dead. It's typical for me. Even old games, which I, had memorized a long time ago. I still suck at these games. Ones I'm good at, I'm still not good at. Little bastards. Rank sharpshooter, huh? Thankfully it knows how to lie to you, like a good girlfriend. Anyway, that was Panzer Dragoon Saga. This won't be the last time I'm going to play this. I actually will. And I'll narrate this next time. Just forgot about it. I hope you enjoyed watching. You can still purchase this game physically. Limited markets out there. So, and people are still selling their PC version physically. Of any online service that has this particular game, Sega has pulled a lot of their online games were not profitable to them anymore. Again, that's perfect. That makes sense. It's doing too well right now, so they need to sort of save all the money they can get to make another terrible Sonic game. This is audap. I will see you at the next stream. Thanks, folks.